makes the crowd go crazy and start riots?
No,
well, I can.
guys.
Today I'm going to show you how to play soccer. Today I'm going to teach you the rules to soccer, how to properly kick the ball, and the gear we wear. The rules to soccer are quite easy. You can use any body part but your hands, and the only person who can use their hands is the goalie, but they can only use their hands if they're inside the goalie box. If they step out, then it's a penalty. And the same for you, if you get to touch the ball, you have a penalty too. We only want you to wear soccer cleats because a baseball cleat has an extra cleat at the tip right here, and if you go up and hit someone, well then that's obviously going to hurt. But just soccer cleats because it's just, I don't know, you don't want baseball cleats. You can have two things. You can be in offside position, or you can just be in offside. And you're in the offside position if the player is ahead of the ball, if they're in the opponent's other half of the field, or if there are fewer than two opponents even with or ahead of them. And you can be regular offside if he or she participates in the play, or they interfere with your opponent, or they take advantage of the offside. You can't be called offsides if you are getting the ball from a throw-in, a corner kick, or a goalie kick. And I'm going to teach you those. Okay, well, you can leave now. A throw-in would be when you get the ball when it goes out of bounds, and you have to, I step with my less dominant leg because then I bring this one up to throw. So I step and then throw. Well, I'm not going to actually throw it. You want to bring it over your head and throw it. Well, you just don't throw it over because that's illegal to the game. So you want to step and throw over your head into whoever your teammates are. A corner kick is gonna have four corners on a field, and it's gonna have a half circle at the corner. So you're gonna split. You're gonna go get it. Okay. You're gonna step with your less dominant foot against because you have more momentum when you kick it. So what you're gonna do is I like to put like my left hand up to show them that I'm ready, and then I'll step and I'll kick.
Run.
And that's the corner kick. And a goalie kick is when the goalie gets the ball or it goes out of bounds between the two poles. And a goalie kick is simply if they can drop kick it, they can just regular kick it, they can roll it in, they can toss it, or they can simply just do the throw in. And those are the ways you don't have to be called offsides if that's when you get the ball. Now I'm going to teach you how to properly kick the ball. What you're going to want to use is the inside of your foot because you have more control over that. And that's just, it fits easier in there too, because if you kick it with like the tip of your toes, they're not all the same length, obviously, so if you kick it with your toe, it could go sideways. And like when you kick it with the front of your toe, your foot curves, so it might go left or right or anywhere. So what you want to do is you want to just kick with the inside of your foot. You get more control over it, and it's just easier like that too. Like I said, step with your left foot. You have more because you're going to use your more dominant foot to kick. So step with your left dominant kick to get more momentum and stuff. I'm going to teach you guys how to stop the ball. When you stop the ball, it's easier to like get your foot on top of it so you can just step and kick again. So you're just going to get it, stop, and kick. It's just easier that way. I'm going to teach you guys the different things we wear. For the cleats, you want to obviously wear soccer cleats. You don't want to wear the baseball cleats because of that one cleat. And also, you don't want to wear shoes because you can slip all over the grass. And the cleats will stick into the ground so you get more grip to the ground so you can move faster on your toes. Shin guards are for your shins, obviously, but there are two different kinds of shin guards. There are shin guards that go just for your shin, or they slide over your feet, and they get this bone right here and your ankle bone, and those are the ones that you slide over your feet. So we wear those for protection for our shins and our ankle bones. Um, Next is the goalie shirt and the goalie gloves. The goalie shirt is so that everyone knows who the goalie is at all times, because if they didn't have a goalie shirt, the goalie could come up and get the ball, and someone could just take the ball, and that's illegal during the game. So they want to know who the goalie is if they're coming to get the ball. The gloves are for like grip and stuff, and also on a cold day, it's hard to get the ball when your hand's all cold and it's rubbing against the ball, and it'll hurt too. So it's basically for grip and stuff like that. The socks are to keep your shin guards in place